Hi friends, welcome to the Wild Side. I'm Steve Hall. We begin with a story about an adventure with the rare qualities of being both exhilarating and relaxing. It takes knowledge, skill, and requires the combination of both wind and water to perform. Artists have captured the beauty of this activity, ironically, on canvas for centuries. And we know a man who gave up politics to teach others what he's learned.
When you're out here with the wind in your face and the boat gliding across the water and you hear the ripples of the water against the side of the boat, it's just an incredible experience.
A light breeze billows in triangles of canvas as the captain guides his sailboat gently across the water.
You feel close to nature. I feel closest to God when I'm on a sailboat.
It's a peaceful voyage across Percy Priest Lake, until it isn't.
You're too close! You need to take greater distance, you're too close! There we go.
Poor practices from untrained or careless boaters bring out the frustration in John Summers.
Unfortunately, in Tennessee, we have very lax requirements. This right here is one of the most dangerous places on the lake. That's where the woman got killed about a month ago.
John is the sailing instructor and the president of Sailnashville. The safety of his students is priority. He requires life jackets, of course, but his concerns go beyond the bow of the boat.
Too many powerboaters think that driving a powerboat is just the same as driving a car, and that's not true. You know, you're on a very slick surface, you got no traction, and you've got no brakes. And so people get out here and they get in trouble real fast.
He wanted to keep us safe, and he has an investment in safe sailing on this lake. One thing is he's out here every weekend, you know, and he sees the risks that people take. He sees the danger that people put themselves and others in, and he's concerned about that.
In the Sailnashville school, safety starts with education, and education begins in the classroom.
If the boat that you're looking at looks like it's moving in front of you or moving behind you, you're not on a collision course. We are an American Sailing Association affiliated school. We have to get checked out, you know, to make sure that we have the proper equipment, that we have the proper training. All my instructors are certified. The purpose of the bowling is to create a loop so that you can use that loop for some purpose. Now, one of the most obvious places you'll see a bowling is on your jib sheets. It's the largest sailing program, instructional program in the world. We're the only one in Tennessee.
Here, they are preparing for a 100-question test prior to instruction out on the water.
Learning the basics of a boat, terminology, learning the points of sail, learning how to tack, how to jibe, how to do man overboard drills, learning the basic equipment, how it operates on a boat. There's a whole lot of issues with seamanship, rules of the road, buoy systems, regulations that you need to follow, safety regulations. So we cover all that. So you come out of an ASA 101 class, which is the introductory keelboat class, with more knowledge than most people have that have sailed out here for 10 years.
Among the students this particular weekend is a retired teacher and experienced sailor preparing for an international adventure.
We have a 40-foot boat reserved in Croatia. In order to sail in Croatia, I have to have an international certification.
Then there's the pastor on sabbatical from a Nashville church.
I'm completely green. I didn't know anything going into this, so I read the manual and hopped into it, and I've learned a lot just in a day and a half.
Rounding out the student body is a couple from Great Britain, both military veterans.
Sailing is something I haven't done a lot of at all, and so we thought this was something we'd do a course, we'd learn, and we benefit from having better weather than in England, which is our home country.
Lectures and written tests behind them, students are on board for the next phase of their instruction.
The reason we're out at the marina right now is we're about to go out and try all this stuff on water, which will be really fun too. So, and I even passed a written test this morning. Hadn't taken a test in a while, so I passed. I didn't fail.
Now they are learning how to safely leave and return to the dock without sails.
I think John is a really good instructor. I learn things practically, and I think he is the same as me. So the way he describes things relates to my way of learning, And that was in the classroom. So when we come out on the water, I know that's gonna help me. He's very proficient and he's very experienced. So there's not many environments that he hasn't been in himself.
This introductory sailing class is the first of 3 ASA courses available through Sailnashville.
Those 3 courses will pretty much qualify you to be able to go charter a boat in the Caribbean or the Mediterranean or wherever it is that you want to go.
In some cases, Sailnashville courses have helped students find a gateway to a whole new way of life.
But I've had a number of students that sold their homes, sold their businesses, quit their jobs, learned to sail here on Percy Priest Lake with Sailnashville and go change their lives. They're living on sailboats. I got one couple that's in the Bahamas right now. I had a couple last weekend. They're moving to St. Martin. Their goal is to eventually get down there, start getting their experience built up to where they can offer themselves out as charter captains. You know, it's fun when you help people live their dreams.
Sailing has also changed the life of their instructor. After many years as executive director of the Tennessee Trial Lawyers Association, working as a lobbyist and political advisor, plus multiple terms as a Metro Councilman, John Summers has submerged himself in Sailnashville.
Bought one boat, thought I'd maybe have 25, 30 students, had 90 that first year, and then figured out real quickly I needed to build the business up, teach more advanced courses, meant more boats, more instructors. You know, so now after 5 years, we've taught about 700 people, and I probably have 12 boats. It's turned out to be more than just a hobby. It's now a full-time business. It's pretty stressful making the business work, but it's less stressful than politics.
The final phase of the instruction is full sails out on the water. A lack of wind has delayed the conclusion for more than a week and divided the class into 2 different days. But it's an experience, as described by singer-songwriter Christopher Cross, where the canvas can do miracles.
It's almost transcendental in that it takes you beyond yourself. You realize that people have been moving across the water for centuries, and it can be very spiritual.
I love the ocean, I love the water. It's peaceful to me, and of course being a pastor and a believer, it reminds me of God's presence and focuses me on Him.
I had a good time. It was nice to feel the tiller in my hand again and just controlling the boat and sailing with the wind. There was hardly anybody out on the water, which made it nice for us. We had a lot of maneuvering room.
Everybody ready to come about?
Ready?
Coming about. Here it comes. All right, here it comes. Let her go, pull her in, Jack. All right. We're incredibly fortunate here in Nashville that we have 2 lakes that are in our counties. There's a sailing community in Old Hickory Lake. There's a sailing community here on Percy Priest Lake. And for me, it's been a tremendous ability to lower my blood pressure, change my outlook in life, get away from the cares of the world.
John's first sailing experience was in college when he was invited to go with other students on a trip to the Bahamas, and he was hooked. John and his family have enjoyed many outings on a sailboat since then, but he says he had to go to Florida to get certified training, and that helped inspire him to start a school right here in Tennessee.
Tennessee's Wild Side has been a presentation of the Jackson Foundation in association with Rockwater TV.